Good evening. We're back on the Lore Master channel tonight for a new story. This tonight is going to be based on a horror game involving American McGee's Winnie the Pooh and taking a dark, tragic tone, transforming the 100 Acre Wood into a ghostly purgatory of forgotten souls. It's going to be a cursed land shaped by the lingering memories of those who once lived there. Instead of being literal talking animals, Pooh and his friends are the restless echoes of past residents, each one representing a lost soul trapped in a cycle of tragedy and regret. So here we go. It's going to be called the 100 Hauntings. In this version, the 100 Acre Wood is not just a place, it's a limbo, a haunted fragment of history that refuses to let go of its dead. Once a thriving forest, it was violently reshaped by colonization, industrialization, and war. The spirits of its past inhabitants, settlers, outcasts, and those who perished here now wander as echoes of their former selves, their identities twisted into ghostly versions of Christopher Robin's childhood memories. It is 1914, and Christopher Robin returns to Arkansas to settle his late father's affairs, only to find himself drawn back into the woods. The deeper he goes, the more time begins to unravel, pulling him into visions of the past, forcing him to witness the forgotten tragedies that shaped this cursed land. The characters of the ghost are each friend of Christopher Robin, and actually a spirit from different eras, their fates tied to the history of the 100 Acre Wood. First, we have Winnie the Pooh, the starving lumberjack. Once a lumberjack who cleared the sacred forest to make way for expansion, he perished when he got lost in the woods during a brutal winter. He was starving, and in his final days, he was found desperately eating tree sap, believing it to be honey. Now, his ghost wanders the woods eternally hungry, his body bloated and dripping with a sickly black substance. He offers Christopher Robin honey, but it's not honey. Then we have Piglet, the lost child, a Native American child taken from his tribe, raised by settlers to be civilized. He was always afraid of rejection, of not belonging, of the violence that surrounded him. When war came through the area, he hid in a cellar and was never found, dying alone in the dark. Now his spirit whispers warnings to Christopher, urging him to turn back before it's too late, but he is too scared to say exactly why. Then we have Tigger, the Civil War deserter. Once a Confederate scout, Tigger was infamous for his ability to move quickly and disappear into the trees. After witnessing the horrors of war, he tried to flee, but he was hunted down and lynched as a deserter. Now his ghost is a blur of movement, never staying still, his laughter manic and unsettling. He is forever running, forever chased. But by what? We have Eeyore, the forgotten mule driver. A former mule driver for a settler caravan, he led pioneers through the 100 Acre Wood, only to be abandoned when he slowed them down. He died alone in the wilderness, left to decay in the mud. Now his spirit is a stitched-together horror, held together by crude bindings and rotting flesh, a physical manifestation of abandonment. Rabbit, the paranoid homesteader. A settler who lived on the edge of the wood, obsessed with order and control. As the forest crept closer and whispers filled his mind, he became convinced that something was coming for him. He sealed himself inside his home, starving to death with his ledgers and maps. Now his ghost guards his ruined homestead, scratching warnings into the walls, muttering to himself about patterns that no one else can see. Al, the lumber baron, and the curse. Once a powerful industrialist, Al led the mass deforestation of the 100 Acre Wood, cutting down ancient trees that served as sacred burial grounds for the native tribes. He was obsessed with progress, wealth, and power, but as the land withered, so did his mind. He began seeing visions of his family's deaths, tragedies that hadn't happened yet. Desperate to change fate, he tried to prevent these deaths, only to cause them himself, a cruel cycle of self-fulfilling prophecy. Now, his ghost is bound to the woods, carving cryptic warnings into trees, muttering endlessly about the horrors he tried to stop. So I hope you liked the 100 Hauntings and the horror game that could be made of this story and these characters. And we hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe and keep following for more content. And the Lore Master appreciates it. And we'll see you again soon.